Unit 6, Lesson 6A, Exercise 2.
The armchair is made of wood and leather. The ashtray is made of china. The bookcase is made of wood and glass. The coffee table is made of wood. The curtain rail is made of wood. The fireplace is made of marble. The floorboards are made of wood. The footstool is made of wood and fabric. The lampshade is made of fabric. The oil painting is made of wood. The rocking chair is made of wood. The sideboard is made of wood. The table lamp is made of china and fabric. The wall light is made of glass. The wallpaper is made of paper. The windowsill is made of wood.
Lesson A, Exercises 6 and 7.
So, Wilson, what do you believe happened here?
It's simple, isn't it? A thief climbed in through the window and stole the painting.
Maybe. Or maybe that's just what somebody wants us to think.
What do you mean, Inspector?
Well, let's look at the evidence. Starting at the window. Now, look outside. What can you see?
A flower bed with some roses.
Exactly. A flower bed. And the ground. Is it dry or wet?
Well, it must be quite wet. We've had a lot of rain recently.
But there are no footprints in the flower bed. How could the thief walk across the flower bed to the window without leaving footprints?
You're right. Good point.
Now, the ashtray is on the floor. How did it get there?
The thief knocked it off the windowsill when he climbed through the window.
Really? Can you see any mud on the windowsill?
No.
So, how is it possible that the thief climbed in through the window without leaving footprints in the flower bed or mud on the windowsill?
I suppose...
It isn't possible, Wilson. What we're dealing with here is a setup. Somebody has arranged the room to look as if a burglary has taken place. Look at the coffee table. What do you notice?
It's got a footstool on top.
Why has it got a footstool on top?
Because the thief wanted to climb up.
There was no thief, Wilson. But look how carefully the footstool was put on top of the coffee table. There isn't a scratch. A thief wouldn't be so careful.
No, I see what you mean.
Who would be so careful, Wilson? Think about it.
I suppose...
The owner of the table. He wouldn't want to damage it, would he?
No, he wouldn't want to...
So, the owner of the table, the owner of Riverford Manor, has arranged everything in this room to look like a burglary. But the burglary didn't happen.
So where's the oil painting?
That's what we need to find out. And I think we should ask its owner.
Lesson C, Exercises 3 and 4.
He walked towards the house and saw a room with a light on. He looked quickly through the window and saw that it was the servants' room. Then he moved round the building and climbed to the upstairs room that his orders had described. It was not difficult to reach, and the window was unlocked, as promised. He stepped inside and waited. After a moment, he heard someone coming and moved quickly and silently across to the door. He hid behind it. It opened slowly. Someone put on the light. The man who came in was about 35 years old. He had fair hair, and the right arm of his coat was empty.
Mr. Elliston,
Leinster said from behind him. Jacob Elliston turned quickly. He looked at Leinster for a moment, then said,
"So you're the person they sent?"
I'm who they sent,
agreed Leinster. Elliston closed the door.
We have to be quick,
he said.
You have guessed that this is my wife's bedroom. She's downstairs with her brother,
but he'll leave to catch his train in a minute or two, and she'll come up to bed. Leinster looked at his watch, but said nothing.
Please understand,
Elliston went on,
that you will get no money if you don't succeed in killing the lady.
Leinster finished for him with a smile.
Yes, I understand, Mr. Elliston. It's cash on delivery. You have the cash ready, I hope.
Elliston took a gun from his pocket.
Don't try that,
he said.
The money is safe in my bedroom. If you want it, you'll have to finish the job. Of course,
said Leinster, smiling.
You must use both hands,
said Elliston. Leinster looked at the empty arm of the other man's coat.
Yes, that's sensible,
he said.
They always look for clues like that.
And you must pretend there was a burglary, said Elliston. Take that jewellery box. There's nothing valuable in it, but you could not know that because it's locked. Still holding his gun, Elliston moved towards the door.
I'm going to my bedroom, where I shall turn my radio on loud.
He opened the door a little. That's my wife's brother leaving now. She's tired and will come up almost at once. I'll return with the money in 20 minutes.
Lesson D. Exercises 2 and 3.
Hey, Vernon, can you remember last night clearly?
Sure. It isn't the kind of thing you forget in a hurry.
Where did you see the spacecraft?
Near the beach. I was walking home from the pub.
The pub?
I know what you're thinking, but I only had one drink.
How many aliens were there?
Well, I can't be sure how many were inside the spacecraft, but I saw two. Two came out.
Vernon, do you feel different after your encounter?
Yes, I think I do, actually. I feel kind of calmer. I think I learned something from these aliens, even though we didn't actually speak.
Will the aliens try to make contact again?
I hope so. I really hope so. But I'm not sure. Maybe they were just passing.
Are the police investigating your story?
The police? No, they aren't investigating. They say it isn't a police matter.
Lesson E. Exercise 2.
Caspar Hauser. On the 26th of May 1828, the people of Nuremberg in Germany found a teenage boy who was wandering alone through the streets. When they came across him, he had no possessions except for 2 old letters. Because of his behaviour and appearance, they took him to the police station. Caspar spent the next 2 months in prison, where he hardly spoke and refused all food except for bread and water. Some people assumed that Caspar had grown up alone in the forest like a wild animal, but gradually a different picture emerged. Caspar said he had spent his whole childhood in a small dark cell. He had never seen the world outside or left his cell. He had never met or spoken to another human being. The cell was empty apart from a small bed and one toy, a wooden horse. He claimed that he had found bread and water in his cell every morning. According to Casper's account, a mysterious man had begun to call on him shortly before his release. The man never showed his face. Casper became well known throughout Germany and in other countries too, and people found his story fascinating. Some suggested that Casper was the son of a rich and powerful man, a prince perhaps, who wanted to keep his identity secret. A schoolteacher called Friedrich Daumer met Casper and agreed to look after him. Daumer taught him various subjects and encouraged Casper's talent for drawing. One day in 1829, Casper was found with a knife wound to his head. He claimed that a man with a hood over his face had attacked him, the same man who had brought him to Nuremberg. It wasn't a serious injury, and Casper got over it. But in 1833, Hauser came home with a deep knife wound in his chest, saying someone had attacked him in a garden. 3 days later, Casper died from the wound. Just before he died, Casper told the police that his attacker had given him a bag. So the police went to the garden and looked for it. They found it with a note inside. The note was in mirror writing and said in German, "I want to tell you about myself. I come from the Bavarian border on the river." Over the years, books have been written about Casper's stories, and various historians have looked into them. Most have concluded that the stories were untrue and that Caspar Hauser was a liar who killed himself, possibly by mistake. But for some people, Caspar Hauser's life and death remain one of the most mysterious stories in history.
Lesson F. Exercise 2.
Have you seen this story about a deserted boat?
Yes, it's weird. What do you think happened?
They could have been attacked by pirates, I guess.
I doubt it. There aren't any pirates in the Mediterranean.
Or they might have gone swimming and been killed by sharks.
That isn't very likely. They can't have all gone swimming at the same time.
I see what you mean. That would be crazy.
The crew could have killed the owners, stolen their money, and then escaped.
Yes, that's quite likely. But where are the bodies?
They must have thrown the bodies into the sea.
Yes, I think you're right.
Lesson F. Exercises 5 and 6. 1.
Did you hear about that Ferrari?
No. What happened?
It was completely destroyed by fire in a car park, but no other cars were damaged.
Did it just catch fire on its own?
No. The police found matches and a can of petrol.
Somebody must have set fire to it deliberately.
They might have been jealous of the owner.
Yes, that's possible. Or maybe there'd been an argument.
I doubt it. The owner had only just arrived from Italy that day. He can't have had an argument. He hadn't met anyone.
He must have been furious.
Yes, you're probably right.
2.
Have you seen this story about a footballer? He was found unconscious in his hotel room.
Really? Do you think that he might have taken drugs?
Yes, that's quite likely.
Or he might have hit his head during a match. Sometimes that has an effect a few hours later.
No, that's not possible. It says he hadn't played football for a week.
Maybe he was attacked by a robber.
That's unlikely.
Oh, why?
Well, he was wearing a really expensive watch, but it wasn't taken, so it can't have been a robbery.
Oh, OK. Where is he now?
He's in hospital. He isn't unconscious anymore, but he can't remember anything.
3.
Have you heard about this cat that disappeared for 10 years?
No. Did they find it after 10 years?
Yes, it suddenly appeared in their garden.
Oh, that's amazing. I wonder what happened to it during that time.
It must have found another house to live in.
So why did it suddenly go home?
It might have discovered the house by accident.
That's unlikely. Cats usually know where they're going. They've got a good sense of direction.
I suppose so. Well, the new owner might have died.
Maybe. Or they probably just moved away.
Yes, that's probably what happened. So the cat went home.
The original owners must have really missed it.
I suppose so. Or they might have got a dog instead.
Lesson F, Exercise 7.
No way.
No, that's not possible.
I doubt it.
That's unlikely.
Maybe.
Yes, that's possible.
Yes, that's quite likely.
I suppose so.
Yes, you're probably right.
Skilled up 1 to 6. Exercises 6 and 7.
Hello.
Hi, Mike. It's Anna.
Hey, Anna. Good to hear from you. It's been weeks.
I know. I've been really busy. I told you about my new job.
Yes, at the museum. How's it going?
Fine. But I've got no free time. I work there 3 hours a day, and the rest of the time I'm studying.
How's the course going?
Oh, okay. But I'm tired every morning. I fell asleep in class yesterday.
Did your tutor notice?
I'm not sure. My friend told me I was snoring, but I think she was joking.
And what are you up to this weekend?
Well, that's why I'm phoning. There's a new exhibition at the museum where I work. It's called Into the Future.
Sounds interesting.
Yes. It opens on Monday, but they're having a special party on Sunday afternoon, just for invited guests, journalists, employees, you know.
Great. Sounds fun.
And we can bring a guest. So, would you like to go?
Me? Yes, I'd love to. What time does it start?
4 o'clock. Let's meet outside the museum at 4 so we can go in together.
Okay, perfect. I'm looking forward to it. And how's your new flat?
I love it. I'm getting on really well with Zara, my flatmate. And the room is really big, and there is a...
It's Sunday afternoon. Anna and Mike are at the museum.
So what do you think of it? Have you been here before?
To this museum? No, I haven't. It's really nice.
Oh, look. There's my boss, Julian. I'd better go over and say hello.
Okay.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Are you better now?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. Julian, this is my friend, Mike.
Sorry? Who?
He's a friend of mine. He's called... Mike? Where is he? He was here a moment ago.
Maybe he's gone to look at one of the exhibits.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around. Have a good time.
I will. Thanks. But where's Mike? Mike! There you are. I was looking for you.
Oh, hi, Anna. I was just having a coffee with a colleague of mine.
I turned around and you were gone.
Daisy, this is Anna.
Oh, hi, Daisy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you enjoying the party?
Yes, I am. And it's a great exhibition.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, do you work here? I thought you were a friend of Mike's.
Yes, well, both. I'm a friend of Mike's and I work here. Only part-time, though. I'm also a student at the university.
Anna and I worked together last year at a holiday camp.
Really? That sounds fun. You aren't from the UK, are you?
No, I'm from Poland. Has Mike told you about me?
No, I just noticed your accent.
Oh, I see. Anyway, Mike, do you want to look around a bit more?
Sure,
Let's go. See you later, Daisy. Hey, Anna, wait for me. Anna, are you okay? What's wrong?
Why did you disappear like that? It was so embarrassing. I started to introduce you to Julian, and when I turned around, you were gone.
Well, I thought you were busy. And then I saw Daisy in the coffee bar and... Anna, where are you going? Wait!